Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
U.S. women's national basketball team roster announced for a camp coming up in December. Caitlin Clark is fully healthy and ready to play some basketball. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all your support. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Of course, shout out to the 19. Quick update. I am working on episode 2 of Caitlin Clark Beyond the Logo. Hopefully, I wanted it to be out tomorrow, but I just, it's that time of year, folks. I mean, come on, it's a short week and all that. I'm going to try and maybe have it out on Friday if I can. I will keep you posted. Hopefully, you enjoyed the first one. If not, go check that out. It is one of the more recent videos, but let's talk about this because we've got a lot of changes going on, not just with the roster, but of course, we also have changes with Sue Bird being in charge. The Cheryl Reeve is no longer the national team coach. So let's run down the names of who has been invited to camp, which is going to be held December 12th through 14th for some upcoming games as well. We have, of course, Caitlin Clark. We have Paige Beckers. We have Cameron Brink, Jackie Young, Angel Reese, Kalia Copper, Kelsey Plum, Rakia Jackson, Aaliyah Boston, Brittany Griner, Sonia Absolute Citron, Kiki Ariafen, Veronica Burton, Chelsea Gray, Derica Hamby, Brianna Jones, Juju Watkins, and Lauren Betts. So, in case you didn't notice, there are a lot of first timers for the senior team. Okay, first timers for the senior team, not necessarily overall. We know Paige and Caitlin have both won gold medals, multiple gold medals. I believe Angel Reese, too, as well, if I'm not mistaken. But you can see there are a lot of changes from what happened, what the roster was for the 24 Olympics. Now, I do have a couple of questions. I realize that 2028 Olympics are far away at this point, or what seems like it. But with these 4-year cycles, so just like the U.S. women's national team in soccer with the World Cup, I know you're going to have things here and there in between. But in general, your eye is on that next big thing, right? For soccer, for the women, it's the Olympics and the World Cup. And there are obviously some other, not quite as big, but other things in there. For basketball, of course, it is FIFA Worlds and the Olympics as well. So my question is really only two. I mean, I'm going to give it up for the rest of this roster. Like, I don't have a problem with it. For those who think I want to complain about everything, but I don't understand Chelsea Gray and I don't understand Brittany Griner. Neither one is going to be on the 2028 Olympic team, and so I'm wondering if there were some better players to get the experience for that may not even be on the 2018 or rather, but players that are younger that you want to bring along to get that experience. Because let's face it, Juju Watkins, and they said this, Juju Watkins isn't playing basketball right now. They put her on the roster so she could experience everything else about what it is like to be in a camp. And I completely understand that now. If there was another player who's deserving to be there, that someone who could be on the team in the future, then that's something else. And I don't know, maybe you bring in Juju as something other than someone you put on the roster and so forth. But that's a topic for another day. But as you can see, they announced it. They've got the camp coming up in Duke. Uh, where is it? I just think it was funny. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh man, I just had. Well, okay. Well, we'll start with this. Caitlin Clark, Paige Beckers, Angel Reese, Juju Watkins, Lauren Betts, Cameron Brink, Sonia Absolute, Citron, Rakia Jackson, Veronica Burton, and Kiki Offen. Did it sound like I just named the whole roster again? I know it was close, but this is exciting because those are all players making their senior national team debut. We've got Sue Bird as the new national team managing director, using this camp to evaluate talent because there is the 2025 FIFA World Cup. Now I know I said with an eye to the Olympics, but again, are you telling me there aren't players that are better options than Chelsea Gray and Brittany Griner at this point in their career? There are not players that I'm saying that they shouldn't have been on it at other times, but at this point, because again, we're looking at that position. You look at some of the players on the roster. What is Chelsea Gray bringing? Right? She's not. I mean, you can't take her minutes from Caitlin. You can't take minutes from Paige because those are the future of this team. So you can't. I don't see how you take minutes from them unless you're bringing Chelsea Gray in and maybe for experience and some wisdom, and she already knows that basically she's going to be sitting on the bench and imparting wisdom to the next generation of players. That is entirely possible. I can absolutely see that happening. But otherwise, I'm not sure what that pick brings to the roster. We also have, of course, the new national team coach, which is the Duke coach, Carol Lawson. She's going to oversee the camp. She's also going to have WNBA coaches, Natalie Nakase, Stephanie White, Nate Tibbetts, who will be acting as court coaches. I don't think having Stephanie White there bodes well for Caitlin Clark, but I guess they got to continue working on making her into a regular WNBA player that no one is excited to watch. But again, that's a topic for another day. And we've got some of the vets in, a couple I just mentioned. Well, I'm not really sure why they are there. Aaliyah Boston coming in as well is going to be is good. Brianna Jones coming in. So we've got a whole lot of players coming in, as I just mentioned, a whole bunch coming in for the first time, some other players, some new blood. So, it's kind of exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing what this Olympic team, well, possibly, maybe future Olympic team, but what this roster does with the FIBA World Cup next September. It's going to be interesting too to see. I'm curious. I'll finish up with this. I was going to end it, but this just popped into my head. I'm curious when I look at the date and the dating of this 2026 FIBA World Cup next September. Is the WNBA going to be finished? Right, I'm thinking about playoffs and so forth, right? And the team players that might be playing. So that could be an issue. But then also, if there is a lockout for the 2026 season, I wonder if that brings about any changes for the what the US national team will do in terms of, you know, maybe scrimmages against other national teams, getting into full camps and so forth if they're not playing in the summer in the WNBA like you would expect from them. But yeah, so that'll be interesting as well. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I really do appreciate you checking out this video. As always, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content. I do have more things coming, and I've been thinking about it. I will be covering more of the women's college game as well. Obviously, I've tried not to just swamp you with videos with the WNBA season ending and not as much Caitlin Clark stuff. But again, lots of time, effort, and work into this channel. I do want to keep it going. I think there are other topics around women's sports that all of you are going to want to tune into. Maybe not to the degree that you would if it was a Caitlin Clark video, but I'm hoping you'll stick around. Give the other content a chance as well. I really would appreciate that. And yeah, man, I'm gonna leave it there. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I do appreciate that. The next episode of Caitlin Clark Beyond the Logo should be coming up sometime maybe not to the end of the week. I don't know. I might wait until after the long Thanksgiving, Black Friday, hectic holiday weekend as well. But I'm working on it. Okay, I'm working on it. I promise. I'm gonna leave it there, man. Go have the day you deserve.